Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Harihi Om.
That which we call the outer world is perfect. This which we call the inner world is perfect. Each one filled with divine consciousness. Perfect comes from perfect. Take perfect from perfect. The remainder is perfect. Divine consciousness is non-dual. Anything that emerges from the divine consciousness is whole, is complete, is Purna. May peace and peace and peace be everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva.
Hey friends, this is Irmala and I welcome you all to the Purnamadah series season 4 episode 1. I welcome Dr. Trupti Jain to the show, who is a pioneer in this and she has been a mentor to many and me as well. I would like to introduce our guest today, Anjum Naithani. She is not only a happy light worker, but also an empath who is following her path of soul healing. She is a practicing Buddhist, an angel therapist, a past life regression therapist, a professional dancer, and a motivator. Her sole purpose is to raise the vibrations of people on earth by helping them connect with the divine consciousness, develop faith and optimism needed to create miracles in their lives. She has recently started her YouTube channel by the name of Soul Healer Anjum. She has also done her bachelor's in journalism and mass communication. She is a voiceover artist and has lended her voice to many radio spots, YouTube videos, IVRs, and e-learning modules and documentaries. Interestingly, she also uses her voice in making customized meditation tapes and various issues for her subjects and clients. She has immense gratitude for the divine, who has been kind enough to reveal her soul path and purpose early enough in her life. I welcome Anjum to this show and welcome, ma'am.
Welcome,
In
Irmala.
conversation with Anjum now.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And I'm really touched, and I really want to thank ma'am again, because it is because of her that I'm doing past life regressions today. So I owe big gratitude to her. And thank you so much, Irmala. Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you,
Anjum, and welcome, Irmala. As usual, you
Thank you, ma'am.
both are looking very, very beautiful and angelic.
Thank you so
And
much.
we're going to get
Thank
some
you.
more knowledge from both of
Yes.
you also. So Anjum, my dear, I'm meeting you after a long time.
Yes, ma'am.
And you haven't changed one bit.
Only my hair, you know, they are like,
yeah, your hair's grown longer,
I had
but your angelic smile is still the same.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
So, Anjum, let's start today a little bit about your childhood. Are you the only child? You have siblings? And little fun things about your childhood, maybe?
Sure, sure, definitely, ma'am. So I have a younger brother. I'm the elder one. And if I talk about my childhood, I had a kind of, I'm blessed with a very spiritual family. As in, my mom and my grandmom, they're like the pillars of the family, and they were very, very positive. So I think as a child, it created a big impact on me. Being raised in a spiritual family. So we always used to pray. Mama ka yahi hota tha that you need to pray for everything, even if it is for your toys or you want to get some treat, you want to go for a vacation. It is important to pray first, because there is someone above who's giving you. Your father does the hard work and you get it. Why? Because the supreme power is always supporting him. So I used to feel very touched, and I had that thing, okay, there is God, and we should please God rather than pleasing people. So I would like to share a very interesting part here. One day, because my mom, she was teaching me how to share my toys with other friends. So I thought, okay, I'll try to share it. But my mom told me that you should be, you should share and you should be happy about it. And then she showed me a few children. They were playing outside my balcony. वो slum area था आसपास. And she told me, देखो कितने, they are so happy. They don't have toys. And, they play with that tire or वो stick से hit करते हुए, road पे जाता था सब. So she used to show me that. And I used to be super inspired. एक दिन यही हुआ, my mom was sleeping and I got up और मैंने अपने सारे toys लिए साथ में and मैं balcony में गई. I called that little boy. He was there in the same slum area of my age only. I told him, चलो exchange करते हैं अपने toys ना, because we are so happy. So I gave all my toys to that little child. And what I got in return was that tire and that stick, and I was happily playing with it. I was so happy that, these are the basic things. You should be humble and you should enjoy the basic things. And the best thing was when my mom got up, definitely she was stunned. Ki yaar, ye kya ho gaya, all toys are gone now. But then she didn't scold me. She told me that, okay, whatever is done, it's okay. That's fine. But, this is also a gift given to you by your father. So you should also value it. So then I realized, these things were really connecting me with the divine, because it was related to some, other spiritual aspect of life. It's not only related to the materialistic world. So then as I grew up, I remember I used to be very happy when I used to encourage my classmates. Agar koi mota hai, then wo inferior feel kar raha hai, so I should be the first person to reach out to that classmate, and I would start encouraging. And when that person would feel happy, then I would feel satisfied. So this was like going on, and this grew my faith also in the divine. And one day, I remember there was another friend of mine. She gave me that agarbatti ke dibbe mein chota sa, there was a paper on which the mantras are written, normal mantras. So she gave it to me, and I don't know, it was like on a funny side of what she gave me, and she told me, Anjum, agar aap isko padhoge na, use it very less. Whenever you're going to read it, rain will start pouring in. You'll please the rain gods and goddesses. So I was so much into it. I thought, no, I will do it. I'll pray and I'll do it. So, and luckily, I don't know what it was. Definitely, it was a faith of a child, which is,
Yes.
who never doubts, basically.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I started reading it, and 5 times I've done that in different areas, and it always rained. So this, boosted my inner thing that, oh my God, God listens, and this is true. After that, I stopped doing it because she also told me, बार बार नहीं करना होता है ये, ठीक है? Powers खत्म.
Powers खत्म हो जाएंगे.
Powers खत्म हो जाती है, ऐसा disturb नहीं करना चाहिए. So anyhow, then it went on, and I grew that interest in reading books, Bible, Bhagavad Gita. मेरे Muslim friends होते थे, so I used to ask them कि give me something to read. I want to read it. So I used to read and I used to share. I used to read, I used to share. So the best thing I liked about it, I wanted to improve myself. I was not into कि अच्छा ठीक है, you started blaming others. It was not my forte. I wanted to change myself. If I am better, then only I can encourage the other person. So it went off like that. So it was like, this is my childhood background, being spiritual and looking at things with a different perspective. So it created that perfect, what to say, that feeling that I am supported, I'm protected, and I am, surrounded by the divines. I never felt alone. There is no doubt in my life the divine doesn't exist. And
Wow.
interestingly, I'm married to a person. He is a wonderful, my husband is a wonderful person. Also, and he was, at the time when we got married, he was Nastic.
Hmm.
He was complete non-believer. तब मुझे ये नहीं लगा कि अरे ये कैसे हो गया. I used to say अगर मैं आई हूँ ना इनकी लाइफ में, so I will make him believe in supreme power. I will make him believe that it's not that you always have to do the hard work. Yes, it is important, but then you have to be in the surrender mode. People, God does help you. And now he's also practicing Buddhist. So it took me 5-6 years, but now he's also a believer. He believes in the divine. He talks about it. He encourages other people. So I feel good about it.
Beautiful, Anjum. I think two things come up when you are talking. Okay, one is not doubting.
Yeah, ma'am.
I think that's what you said. And as a faith of a child, the child doesn't doubt. You just took what came, and it just has made you such a beautiful person. And then you get married to somebody who doesn't believe, but it's your faith, right, that spills over, and that person obviously starts changing. So I think one beautiful learning is that not to doubt the divine,
Absolutely.
the existence of the divine. And the second beautiful thing, Anjum, that you've said is that your mother told you that, we are there to give you something, but the person or the energy or the intelligence that is giving you is higher above.
Exactly, ma'am.
So this is a huge learning for you as a child, that there are people, and there will always be people from whom you ask things, but actually who is giving you is the divine. The divine gives it. They are only people to whom the divine gives to gift it to you. So this is a beautiful learning as a child when you learn this.
Yes,
when you grow up and you learn something, it's not got the same meaning.
Yeah, that is
Child
true.
when you start learning this. So definitely a lot of shifts must have come to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Irmala, you want to ask something? Yeah.
But not every child would give away toys, ma. I mean, everybody is not what she did, There must be something in her that really triggered this off.
Absolutely. So, it is a special quality that some people have, where they want to experience somebody else's reality. So she had a different reality, which was with toys, which were bought from outside through money. And there was this little child playing in another reality, which she had never experienced, a tire and a stick. Okay. Yeah. And she wanted to experience that reality also. Very few children would want to experience somebody else's reality. They are so caught up in their own their own world, right? And I think that speaks a lot for Anjum, because she slowly has moved into work, which is exploring another realm. Not this realm, not this reality, right? Another reality. There are people who explore only this reality, right? But people who work with crystals explore another reality. Who work with angels explore another reality. Who work with numbers explore another reality. These are different realities. They are not physical realities. So that could have led Anjum to the work that she does, which she'll talk more about. So Anjum, then how did that proceed? The college, I think you had a very interesting thing to tell us about.
Yeah, angelic encounter.
Yes, the angelic encounter. So, please share that.
Definitely, I'll share. And I am sharing this for the first time only, because earlier I used to have that little fear that I don't know, it was so different and the experience is so divine. Should I share it or not? But now over the period of time, I realize it is important to share. How will people believe if I'm not going to share it?
Yes.
So this happened when I was in I think I was studying. It was my last year in college, and I went to my place. It was usual Sunday, and I was staying in Malve Nagar that time, and we were in a society, me and my two friends. So what happened was these two friends, they were washing clothes, and they went upstairs. They said कि अभी plumber आएगा, so you just take care of the house. अभी हम आते हैं ऊपर कपड़े सुखा के. I said okay, fine. So while I was busy in my own work, the bell rang. So when I opened it, there was a little girl, बहुत sweet सी. She was wearing a frock. I clearly remember her face, and she was wearing a pullover. And she was smiling and she asked me, Didi, can you give me some money? So I was like, little apprehensive कि क्यों पूछ रही है? So I said, for what? Then she said, कुछ किसी अच्छे काम के लिए चाहिए. So I told her, okay, then just wait for a few minutes. She said, okay. Then, and she was well dressed. She was not from a poor family. She looked well dressed. So the plumber, he came in between. And then I went with him inside and he was doing his stuff. I literally forgot that, I had kept her waiting outside. Suddenly it flashed my, oh my God, wo to bahar baithi hogi bachchi. I went outside and she was sitting there, corner mein, still smiling. Then I told her, please, sorry, I'll just come and I'll bring something for you. I went to my room and I opened my wallet. वहाँ पे 500 rupees के notes थे. So I was thinking, I shouldn't give her the big money because maybe अगर ठीक नहीं है, why is she asking? The human tendency to doubt. Obviously, you have these tendencies as well. So I called up my these two friends. पता नहीं number ही नहीं मिल रहा था. It was unreachable. Then I had this 5 rupee note. I'll show it later. So when I was going to the to hostel, my brother, he out of love gave me this 5 rupee note and he wrote on it, Anjum Didi enjoy. वैसे he is not expressive, but it was very special for me. He wrote something for me and he had given me. So I took that out and I went outside. I told her, will this work? छोटा सा है, will this work? And she was smiling. She said, yeah, definitely, बहुत अच्छा है, thank you so much. फिर मैंने पूछा, आप कहाँ से आए हो? She told me, she pointed upstairs. तो I thought कि ऊपर से कहीं से आई होगी, maybe किसी कोई रहता होगा ऊपर, वहाँ से आई होगी. And she went off. Then, we forgot about it. मेरे friends भी आ गए. I didn't discuss about it, क्या करना था. It was a छोटी सी चीज़. 1 week later, it was my farewell, and I was there. I was returning back from my college, and as soon as I reached my room, I opened my cupboard. That 5 rupee note was inside it. I had goosebumps. Yeah, and the cupboard was locked. There is no way that anyone can do this. And in fact, I told my friends about this experience later on when I had that 5 rupee note. They were like stunned and they were shocked. कहती नहीं नहीं ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता. How can you get it back? हो ही नहीं सकता. Still now they have that question. But I was like literally thrilled that ये भी चीजें होती हैं. It was definitely an angel encounter for me. Because after that incident, that beautiful encounter, I used to get visions. So my visions, it intensified. I actually started hearing voices, alag-alag awazein, which would alert me if I was in danger, if I need a protection, or if I call for some help. It will guide me. So I'll share that also with you. One such immediate experience was I was lying down, and I think I was tired. I was just sleeping on my bed, and one of the window was open of my room. So that day I was sleeping, and I sleep like a baby. मुझे कोई उठा नहीं सकता. I'm like that. आराम से सोती हूँ मैं. So I heard a voice, Anjum, get up. There is a monkey. बिल्कुल साथ में बैठा है. You need to rush. So अब I was thinking ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? कौन बोल रहा है मुझे? Again I was sleeping. Anjum, you need to rush. बहुत otherwise it is dangerous. ऐसा 2 बार मुझे realize हुआ. And I quickly opened my eyes. There was a big monkey, and I screamed and I jumped out of my bed and I ran. मैंने डोर बंद करा, फिर गार्ड को बुलाया. जब तक गार्ड अंदर आया था तब तक इट वाज ऑल स्कैटर्ड. सारी चीजें तोड़ दी थी, सब कुछ कर दिया था. इट वाज माय होल रूम वाज इन अ मेस. सो it really saved my life. That voice saved my life. And it obviously, when you encounter such experiences, your faith grows. It grows to a next level. And when I share such things with my friends, few of them say, तुम्हारे लिए easy है because you've seen certain things. That's why, you are believing in it. But then I always, tell them, no, the belief factor was always there. Since childhood, I always believed. Because I believe these things happened in my life, and it can happen in anyone's life. You can encounter such things. The only thing is you need to believe with the child wala heart. So
the innocence,
child wala heart.
Trust and innocence.
Yeah. And the next thing that happened was, again, I think I was working that time. I was working and I was returning back from my office. It was 10:30 raat ka, because somewhere the workload got increased, so I was stuck in my office. Since around 10:30 I was crossing this flyover, and गाड़ियां भी कम हो गई थी because रात का टाइम था, and चल रहे थे, चलते चलते गाड़ी खराब हो गई हमारी. So उस टाइम पे I started panicking because obviously it was my kind of new Delhi experience, so I had that notion, it is not a safe place and it is difficult, it becomes difficult if you're stuck somewhere in Delhi. So I just pray that I need help, क्योंकि ड्राइवर ने तो बोल दिया था कि मेरे को तो समझ नहीं आ रहा है गाड़ी में क्या हुआ है. बीचों बीच फ्लाईओवर में गाड़ी रुक गई है, एंड दूसरी कार आने में it would take an half an hour or so, and it was already 10:30, so I was like, tension में बहुत हो गई थी मैं. I literally prayed, and within 2-3 minutes I saw a scooter coming from a wrong side, and there were two men. वो रुके, उन्होंने ड्राइवर से बात करी, क्या हुआ. ड्राइवर ने बोला ऐसे गाड़ी खराब हो गई, मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा how to repair it. So they said we are mechanics, and they repaired it. गाड़ी ठीक हो गई, and I went home and I thanked my angels. Thank you so much for for that support. Otherwise, it's very difficult at times. You don't know, but again, that belief factor was there, so that thing happened. And another incident that happened was I was going to Mumbai. I think I was in Rajdhani, and we were like all sleeping. रात को सबने अपने लैपटॉप्स इन सारी चीजें बाहर रख दी थी. जो छोटा सा टेबल होता है ना, वहां पे सबने रख दिया था, एंड वी वर स्लीपिंग. इट वाज 2:30, 3 o'clock in the midnight. Again, I was sleeping आराम से. I heard a voice, there's a thief, and he's staring at you. अब ऐसा वॉइस तो बहुत डरता है ना, डर लगता है उसको सुन के. बट I ignored, and then I said, okay, let me open my eyes. I opened my eyes and I saw a person who was wearing a black t-shirt, और वो छोटा सा laser light से he was searching something, and he was staring at me. So I immediately asked, who are you? And he ran. So अगर वो नहीं होता, so maybe that theft would happen. That was the incident I really remember, and there are many such things. One day, I think I was, I don't remember, I was working, and maybe I opened gas stove for some reason, and I forgot to close it, the knob of the gas stove, and I was working. बार बार मुझे voice आ रही, go to the kitchen, go to the kitchen, go to the kitchen, and I was ignoring it क्योंकि मुझे लग रहा था यार अभी बहुत comfortable position में, winters है, रजाई के अंदर है, I can't go outside, अभी मैं यहीं पे काम करूँगी. So फिर see the level of support that you get from the divine beings. बाहर से एक जलने की खुशबू आई, बाहर से. That fragrance hit me so hard that I thought अब तो जाना ही पड़ेगा kitchen में. Something is happening, I need to go. When I went to the kitchen, I saw वो wooden slab के नीचे stove जला हुआ था and gas ऊपर जा रही थी. Otherwise, अगर मैं थोड़ा delay करती तो it would have, created. So actually, then I started also having visions, like I would see earthquakes coming or I would see floods coming, but I knew it was about to come. But then I never, I had this problem that whom to tell, whom to share, because people will say, she's mad, kahan se floods aa rahe hain, kahan se ho rahe hain? But I would see such things. या फिर ऐसा होता था, at times if my family members or a friend of mine, if they are in danger, I would see that thing happening. And once I realized that this is going to happen, I start praying for them, and through this medium, at times they will, they are safe, but few times, unfortunately the incident would happen. So that was out of my control. But I think such things happen because I think divine wants me to pray for it also, so that such things doesn't happen again and again. So in fact, I remember this incident with my mom. I saw this dream. It was very clear. I saw that we were traveling in a train again, and I think in the first compartment, I was there, and then there was a second berth. On that, my mom was sleeping, and uske upar, I suddenly saw a buffalo. And if you see this buffalo, it represents Yamraj, agar aap aise dekho, and these signs actually, they come in a way wherein you can relate to it. Us type se. I had this thing, okay, this Yamraj is, uski savari hoti hai, buffalo. So I knew that, kuch to hone wala hai. And I started praying for my mom. Because it was life-threatening. I felt it is very life-threatening thing that is going to happen. I started praying. I didn't tell her because obviously I don't want to scare her. So I never share such incidents with people. If I see something, I start praying rather than telling that person, because that person will just, go mad. So I started praying about it. And this happened after 1 week. My mom, she went outside. Again, उनको कुछ काम था balcony में. She was there. And there was a big healthy monkey जो सबका वो होता है ना, boss monkey की पूरी इसमें boss जो होता है. It jumped and mama को पूरा पकड़ लिया उसने. And what he did was he was choking her this. It was like getting throat. And she couldn't talk, she couldn't say anything, she couldn't shout also. And then suddenly पता नहीं क्या हुआ, disbalance हुआ कि उसका हाथ छूटा है. And he started what to say, he started pinching her forehead.
Oh my God.
बहुत तेज. Because of that, her this side of face got damaged. As in now she is recovered. But then at that particular point of time, this thing swelled up like a popper ball. ऐसे निकला. And she was saved. But then it took her 6 months to recover herself properly. Yeah. So now she is fine, but she still has that pain on one of her eye area. But thankfully, because of that, I feel that because I could pray, I try to invoke the divine forces to help her at least, so that this incident can be avoided. So this happened. So this is one of the incidents.
So you've been getting these even visuals, Anjum.
Yeah, very
because
clear.
The buffalo was a visual. It was not a thought, right?
Yeah. It was not a dream, actually. It was a dream.
It was a dream while you were there. Okay.
Yeah. So even in the case of floods or the earthquake, I always see dreams. So that happens.
Any particular sequence of numbers that you see repeatedly, Anjum?
Yeah. I think these are the angelic numbers that I see often. 111 is the number that I see very often. Then 222 is another number that I see often, which means have faith. 111 is like your thoughts are manifesting super fast, so you need to be aware of it. And 222 is have faith. So these are the two numbers that I see often. And there is one more number, 333, which is related to ascended masters. So this is the other number that I see often.
So when somebody contacts you, Anjum, what are the questions that you ask them if they have some angelic encounters, or if they're having certain miraculous experiences? Do you ask them certain questions like, I'm asking you what are the numbers that you see, or explain to them the encounters? Do you ask them to do so? Speak to you?
Yeah, actually, usually all the people who contact me for angel card reading or angel therapy, they had such experiences. They might be seeing certain numbers repeating again and again, or they might see certain lights. Like I also at times see bubbles of lights going here and there. So I see that not always, but at times only, orange light or white light. So it would just, run here and there. So they had that first thing is there, that they know that they believe in angels, and then only they ask for, guidances that I am, struggling in this thing. So angels will never say, you need to do this. They will show you the direction, subtle direction, but you need to walk your own path. And they can't interfere into your free will. So even if they want something is good for you, they show it to you and you don't walk there. So they're not going to be angry, first of all. And plus, if you don't choose the way they want you to choose, that is also perfectly fine, but they'll not interfere in your free will. So agar aap downfall mein ja rahe ho, they'll again and again try to encourage you that, do something, but they will never interfere in your free will. So you need to do something from your part.
Right. So angels may help you, they may guide you, but they cannot impact your action, what you're going to choose.
That is true.
So that is left to you. They will guide you.
I wanted to ask you, Anjum, they say that you need to call the angels, only then would they help you. Is that true?
In certain cases, I believe yes, but I don't think so, because angelic presence, they are always with you. So in my case, the first experience, the first encounter I had, I was not invoking angels. So it happened
Right.
naturally. They wanted to say something, or they have their own ways. They want to convey something, or they want to just show you love, or they just want to show you that, I am always with you, just believe in me. So there could be different factors. But if you're stuck somewhere and if you need their guidance, you can always call them. You can always call them, and you will see the help coming. It could be through
Okay.
a telepathic message. It could be through, maybe you're reading something and a page will pop up that, with the particular
Yes.
lines that would encourage you. And
Okay.
so these are the ways through which, and they can also come into your dreams, so you can see them in your
Yes.
dreams.
So,
So
Sometimes this
yeah.
encounter happens and then we don't know and we just move on. Then we do not, I mean, we need to have that faith. That's what
Yeah. So I
Anjum
think,
is saying,
Irmala,
right?
everybody will have an angelic encounter sometime in their life.
Yeah.
Right, Anjum?
Yeah.
But
that is true.
it is possible that some people are just not taking guidance, or they don't believe in it. Like she spoke about faith, they don't have faith, or they don't believe that actually, there are angels. First of all, you have to believe that there are angels, right? So you may get in and you may get a message, but you don't believe that there are angels. So then you just think of it as
Yes.
just, a kind of a random incident that's happened. And in our work, we say that there is nothing like a coincidence, there's nothing like an accident.
Absolutely, ma'am.
Everything's meant for there's a purpose behind everything. I think for
Yeah.
Anjum, she has realized this early in her life, that everything has a purpose to guide her. So she's taking it like that. Some people don't take it
So
like
nice.
that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Anjum, then what happened next? I'm interested. So with
Oh,
all these encounters and the angelic meetings that you've been having and helping others, what happened next? How did it progress?
so ma'am, definitely I used to be very happy about it, and I started I had this question that, okay, it's fine that I'm having such experiences, that is beautiful, but I also want to contribute in a way wherein I can, maybe connect with the divine on daily basis. So I was looking for a path. So I prayed for it, again, simple prayers, that I want my path to be in front of me. I want to walk on it so that I can improve myself. Like I said, that my main focus is to improve myself. So I was again praying for this. Then Buddhism happened. I mean, I see, this is also a very sweet thing that I didn't know. We shifted to a place, and my neighbor, she was a practicing Buddhist. So she told me that, and I was inclined towards Buddhism because I love the teachings of Buddhism. So I was inclined towards it. So I asked her, so do you follow something? Because I hear certain voices. So those were mantras that she used to recite. So she told me, yes, I practice Buddhism. And if you want to know about it, do let me know. So I definitely had that intention of doing it. So I also started with the Buddhist practice. And then what I started, I realized the fact it was so beautiful because it is talking about, again, self transformation, how important it is for you to change your own karmas, for you to, transform yourself, then your environment will change. So that thing really, stuck with me. It really helped me to understand more about how you need to behave, how you need to change your life. So I started doing that. And then in Buddhism, we have this beautiful concept of home visit, wherein you visit a particular member or a person who's practicing, and you ask that person, what do you want me to what do you want me to pray for you? So is there any particular thing? So if the person says, yes, I want you to pray for my finances, I want you to pray for my relationship. So at that point, we'll not pray for ourselves, we pray for that particular person. So we'll chant, supposedly we are chanting for, say, 20 minutes. For the entire 20 minutes, our focus will be on that person. So this is very beautiful. I loved it. And it was kind of healing experience for me, because when we used to go there and used to encourage the other person, and the person used to feel better, I used to feel so happy. Wow. In fact, I would not feel so happy if I earn, good amount of money. This would give me more satisfaction and more boost to my energy, and I'll be very excited, so much filled with positivity in return, just because I try to, give that person a little bit from what I have experienced. Then again, I wanted to explore more. So Buddhism I am practicing, and it's been, I think, 7 years now. I prayed for another healing therapy because I wanted to heal people, as many people as possible, through whichever way, whichever way is possible. Then this past life thing happened. So
Oh, okay.
it's again the answer to my prayer. because and again it's very mystical because I got into this I got to know about this experience, this past life, the therapy course that you do through Riddhi. And I didn't know Riddhi beforehand. Riddhi basically, she wanted a voiceover artist, so she had put this message on one of the groups, and I was there, so I checked with her. She told me, just come over, huh? We'll discuss about it. So it was like official meeting ki acha theek hai, hum discuss kar rahe hain, and I went to a place, and as we were interacting, मेरा सारा ध्यान ना उसके पास एक छोटा सा बर्ड का केज था, वहाँ पे दो बर्ड्स थी, एंड व्हेन आई एंटर्ड शी टोल्ड मी एक बर्ड खाना नहीं खा रही है, सो शी टोल्ड मी दैट. So मेरा सारा फोकस उस पे जा रहा था. I was not concentrating on the conversation. I told her that just give me 5 minutes. So I just went there और उस बर्ड से थोड़ा बहुत कन्वर्स करने की कोशिश करी, खा लो द टेलीपैथिक वे. And then she was surprised कि ऐसे कौन करता है, it's a formal thing, discussion going on, and she's like, अच्छा इसको खाना खा ले types. Then she opened up also, because थोड़ा सा hitch रहता है, she also opened up. She told me, I also believe in certain things, ऐसा होता है. And then she told me about you, ma'am, and obviously I've seen the episodes of Raj Pishre Janam Ka. I was excited. I told her, oh wow, so you know about it. If you know about it. She told me, yes, I had done the therapist program course from ma'am, and it was an amazing experience. Then and there I decided, this is it. It is again the answer to my prayers. So I need to do this anyhow, because it is such a touching experience. And when you basically reach out to other people and they experience an emotion and they release out, it is amazing. I mean, as if you're, you are basically cleaning a space for someone. You're trying to do that. So then she told me, okay, I'll share all the details with you. Then I think I asked her that before going for the therapist program, I would like to experience a past life regression session. So will you do it for me? So she said, absolutely. Then we fixed up a date, and I went for this regression therapy. She asked me, what do you want to know? So I told her, I don't have any particular question as such, but I want to know why I feel so much inclined towards spiritual aspect of life. Why is it that I want the other person to be happy? Definitely, it's a good thing to make other person happy. But why is it that in my case, I would be, I'll feel overjoyed? अच्छा लगता है, but overjoy आपको कैसे क्यों feel होता है? So I wanted to experience that. She told me that, okay, chalo, we'll figure it out. And then the session happened, and it was such a beautiful, beautiful experience. I can never forget about it. I saw myself in the realm of elementals. So I was a garden fairy, and
that's so cute.
So my name was Samantha. And I saw myself running with a few of my friends, और वो घास जो थी ना वहाँ पे वो इतनी बड़ी थी that हम इतने miniatures थे, and elementals are miniature, kind of. So I was running and I was playing with them. ऐसा एरिया था जहाँ पे हमेशा शाम रहती है, कोई concept ही नहीं था morning evening का. It was like always evening kind of atmosphere, lush green fruits, vegetables, animals, you name it, and it was there. I was like questioning myself while I was seeing everything, that ये heaven में तो नहीं आ गई मैं गलती से, it is so pure, it is so beautiful. Like you do question yourself, right? But then after, so in that session only, I saw Lord Jesus, and he was 6 feet tall, या उससे भी हो सकता है ज़्यादा हो, and he was standing, he was smiling, and he showed me my mother and my mom. I was looking at myself, I was in her womb, और वो transparent सा womb था, and I was there, and mama को ना कुछ बहुत excitement नहीं हो रही, so I was like कि ऐसे कैसे कि इनको excitement क्यों नहीं हो रही? So I asked Lord Jesus, why my mom is not excited? I am there, she should be excited. So he told me, यहाँ पे it's like all evolved souls are there, and in सबसे खुशी वुशी से they're like pare, they are ऊपर, they don't, they're not like regular human beings that they'll be excited, oh I am expecting, or ऐसा नहीं है, but they are much evolved. So then I sat with him and we exchanged certain conversation. I don't remember the exact thing, but then he gave me something to drink. So that was in a glass of water. It had something, I don't know what, but when I drank it, and after this experience, when I opened my eyes, I was filled with so much love for everyone. I mean, even if I would like to judge someone, then that feeling would come, nahi, that person also has a story, that person also has, something, he's also dealing with something. And it made me, more understanding towards people, towards their problems. So sympathy ke sath empathy, empathy ke sath super empathy. I don't know what happened, but it filled my entire being with love. और वो love मैंने फिर कभी experience नहीं किया. इतना प्यारा.
Beautiful,
I felt that.
Anjum. So, Irmala, we have Anjum here, who has come from actually Gandharva. Okay, so kind of Gandharva is a loka where there is music, there is nature, and these fairies, okay, these beings that are there, they live in that loka, all right? But then you can't live there forever. Yeah, so it is said that you can't live in any loka forever. Even in Swarga loka, you cannot live forever. In Naraka loka also, you cannot live forever, okay? So you have to come back to Prithvi loka, because it is here that you can experience love. Yeah, there everything is loving only. That is what Anjum just said, right? कि यहाँ पे तो सभी लोग ना pure souls हैं, ठीक है? So everybody is pure. So whom are you going to give love to? Because they already have love. So to exchange and to understand the meaning of love and the power of love, these beings come to Prithvi Loka. And when you come here, okay, Dalai Lama says this, that when you develop compassion, when you show compassion to somebody, it benefits you and it benefits that person. So when you show love to somebody, it benefits that person and it benefits you. So what Anjum just beautifully said, that when she was chanting for others, she felt so much of love and empathy and sympathy and gratitude for the other person that unknowingly it was benefiting. अगर हम किसी को प्यार करते हैं कि मुझे प्यार मिले, then maybe you may not get it. But if you are doing it without condition, right, then you get it automatically. And I can
without
see
any expectation, no expectation.
That this should benefit me. So it's not me first. There's a beautiful story of a monk who said that in the monastery, he would always go and stand last in the line of the monks. Okay? So somebody mentioned to him that why going and standing last in the line of monks? So he said, if I stand last, then I'm experiencing what it is to be defeated. And by standing last, I'm watching everybody else, how they're functioning, how they're behaving, how they're speaking, and I'm learning. But if I stand first, I won't know what anybody's doing. So, we have to understand that every position has a meaning, and every loka that we have also has every realm has a meaning. And you can see that Anjum ke piche there is a fairy. Anjum, can you show us the beautiful poster? Yeah.
So lovely. Anjum, you had said in your house you have these unicorns and all these things also, right?
True.
Yeah, so she's definitely from the Gandharva Loka, because you can see the way she's designed her thing, curtains and the fairy, and then like very, very childlike.
Yeah,
flowers.
She mentioned this to me.
Yeah.
Ma, do we all go through this fairy thing? I mean, do we all have this, like Anjum was
some of us may experience those lokas, and some souls don't experience those lokas. It really depends, what our journey is all about, right? But for Anjum, definitely it's natural. And that is why when she experiences miracles, it doesn't seem like a miracle to you. Actually, she hasn't even used the word miracle. All right, I'm using the word miracle for her, because for her it's not a miracle. It's just something that's natural. It's natural for her, So maybe that's one of the reasons that she is retaining the innocence inside her. She's retained that innocence. Not much of this world seems to have affected her. So if I may ask you, Anjum, your marriage is a love marriage?
Yeah, ma'am. It's a
See?
love come arrange kind of. Yeah. But
So
love is
she,
the major factor.
so she met that person. Was he the first person, and there was that attraction that you felt, and so
Yeah.
again, there's no doubting in her mind. She just flows, just like garden fairies. She's more like a garden fairy, who just loves to be out in the open and connect to people. If I remember Anjum, even during the course, she was quiet. She was quiet, and but I could sense everybody getting attracted to her. She was quiet, okay, but I could sense everyone moving to, around her, talking to her, wanting to be close to her, wanting to check with her. So there was that kind of magnetic pull that Anjum, I could sense that she had that pull. Yeah, so that's very important. So then
This. So, ma'am, after that, it was like clear in my mind that I wanted to, pursue this, and I met you, and the journey began. And I was fortunate to handle different cases, which I really enjoyed because I believed in it, so definitely I knew the healing will also happen for others. So. So that is how it all started, and alongside I started reading about this fairy realm and elemental realm. So there is this famous author. Her name is Tanis Helliwell, I think. Yeah. So she research about basically talks about elementals, how fairies, leprechauns, elves they are in this realm, and how they are working they are the nature spirits, and how they help the mountains, the flowers, and the fruits to come up. So they have this side of job to them, like they
yes,
support the human race through, and if we will realize that they are there, they just need a thought that we are in reality, we are there. So with this thought, if we as a human being, if we send such thoughts to them, their power increases, and this might happen that everyone will see them one day, but the only obstruction is we don't believe in it. So there is another interesting thing that this author she talked about was that they also eat our food. But this is very cute, even if supposedly if you're eating a toast and it is kept on a table, you will see the toast therein, but these elemental, they'll eat it, they eat the essence of it, so it will not get disappear. The taste might change, but they just eat the essence of it, they just take the essence. So I really liked it, and they talked about how these elemental beings, they're like shy people. They'll do their bit and they'll hide themselves, they'll not come up, and they'll be in small groups. So again, I have a good friend circle, but I feel happy with a small circle with me, or one-on-one I feel happy with. And they are into creative side of life, they love to dance and they love to sing. So somewhere I can also relate to it because I do the
yeah.
dancing also. And
So Anjum, tell me some experience of a past life that you've done on a client.
okay, ma'am. So this one, I did it on a person. She basically had this repeated dream pattern wherein she would see a war scenario, and there are two soldiers and they are throwing bombs. And she would also see the statues of Buddha upside down. So this dream was coming to her every week, or say after 10 days or 15 days. So it would impact her. So she told me that I don't know why, and I feel very stressed out when I see such dream that it is coming again and again. I just wanted to know why it is there. So when I did her regression, she went to a place, Vietnam, and therein there was this war which was Buddhist crisis, by the name of Buddhist crisis, I think. Yeah, it was that war wherein she was that soldier, and she was throwing bombs on people who used to practice Buddhism. She used to be against those people, and they were throwing these big statues of Lord Buddha here and there, just to discourage people from practicing Buddhism. So she saw herself doing everything and she was killing people. And that thing was somewhere impacting her. She killed innocent people. And in fact, that experience for her was so real that she said that I can literally see that my body is there, but still my soul has left my body and it is still trying to shoot. Because she had that mission very strong, imbibed in her mind that I need to kill people. after watching that entire scene through entire past life regression, after that, it's been 2 years. The dream has never, come back to her again. So
Right. And has her path of life changed in any way?
she started practicing Buddhism.
Yeah,
So she's still, and
lovely.
she is very spiritual by a person. Now she is exploring other things as well. But then maybe because at that particular point of time, she killed those people who were practicing Buddhism. But now in her current life, she encountered it again to value,
She's
whatever
adopted
path.
it.
Yeah.
Yes, beautiful,
So,
very nice. So I think
yeah.
every session must have made you more and more, spiritual in a way,
Yes, ma'am, definitely.
believing.
Yeah, yeah. And again, it is like whenever you do any session, it enriches you, it makes you more humble, it makes you understand how a person is feeling, because obviously that person is also releasing. And I've also realized one more thing. It doesn't matter how old are you. I have taken clients who are elder to me, but when I am doing that regression thing, I feel that love comes so, it basically fills my entire being, that no matter what the age of the person is, I would like to, touch this person with love, or I would like to, console that person. And it would surprise me also that why am I doing it, but still, it will come naturally. So I feel it makes you more human, and it makes you realize people have, different journeys. They've chosen different lessons for themselves, and how beautifully, they are trying their best to enter into earth plane, learn their lessons, then go up, then again enter if you have, they miss something out. So that is what I have, realized when I do past life regression. So there is another case I would like to share with you.
Please.
This person, this female, she used to see uh, certain energy, some spirits. And because obviously she was a gifted person, and literally she can sense and she can see the souls running here and there, and it would really panic her. So she basically always tries to shut her this psychic ability, because she was very fearful of it. She went for this past life regression. I did it. uh, what she saw was, she was a shamanic practitioner in Africa, wherein she used to just talk with souls. And these souls were basically on the earth plane itself. They don't want to leave the earth plane, but उनको comfort करना, उनको प्यार देना, that it's okay, even if you don't want to leave, that's fine. That was her job, to heal them, to heal their wounds, because they are also suffering. So after seeing all this, she realized the fact, okay, this is the reason why I'm seeing such spirits. And she got a message that she got certain symbols back. The spiritual guide of hers, they told her that do certain, I mean, I can't explain it right now here, but follow certain symbols, you need to do this, and you will see your fear will diminish. So this is a very good, I think, lesson that she got, and now she's trying to work on it. So
Very nice, Anjum. And what she said, that the client who had come to you was following shamanism, right? You said? So it is very linked. The fairy world and the shaman world is very similar, because even they look at nature and trees and animals and stuff like that. And even fairies belong to the world of nature. And that is why possibly, Anjum, you're attracting such clients,
yeah, ma'am,
okay,
definitely.
who are not, who may go to another person and that person may not understand it, but you will definitely be able to comprehend it. And another thing, Anjum, I'm watching you is that the word love has been repeated by you more than 25 times, okay? So it indicates, it is trying to tell me that you have understood the power of love, and that love is something like medicine. You're using love as actually medicine. And I mean, only you can do that because you have so much of it in you. So I'm feeling so happy inside me today to have encountered a person who's so loving and caring, and I'm sure it's going to be wonderful. So Anjum, do you have a little baby, or you still are not
No, ma'am,
planning a family?
not right now, because I had two miscarriages earlier, but then by the grace of God, it never defeated my spirit. So I was always like that it's okay, it's fine that if it happens, it's okay. There'll be some other way. So now me and my husband, we suddenly, we felt a very strong urge to adopt. So we would love to adopt someone, because these are not basically, I would say, kids that the children that you're getting into your family. These are all souls. I would want that soul to come in my life who would fulfill the purpose of healing also. So it's like in my prayers that I want to attract that soul. If my baby happens, that is good. If it comes from a other mother, then also it's perfectly beautiful for me. And there's this beautiful book by the name of Spirit Babies by Walter McKinchen. And it talks about each and every aspect of, how a soul enters into your womb, or if it doesn't through your womb, it will, make sure that it comes into your life from some other, person, to fulfill the lessons that this soul wants to, fulfill basically. So if I am into spiritual side of life, there are chances that I'll attract a soul who will, go in this field only. So, and I'll be able to nurture that child or that soul in a much better way, because I believe in it. So it will definitely come into it.
Absolutely, Anjum. I'm sure you're going to become a wonderful mother. And not only one soul, but
beautiful thought,
absolutely,
I mean,
and
really beautiful.
many will benefit from that. So, any message, Anjum, you have for everybody who's looking at you, watching you, listening to you?
So I think, ma'am, there are two things that I would like to share. One is the fact that it is the time right now to awaken your own healing ability. Like, everyone should work on it. Everyone is a healer. So if you want, you can maybe find a path. Like, I have got mine, and I'm, finding more certain things that I can apply in my life. I can practice and I can heal people more. But for every person, there should be that feeling that I should help someone. You can be a listener, that is also healing. You can be a person who can just encourage by your words. You can be a person who can do past life regression or angel therapy, or whatever way. There's n number of doors open for each one of us. So it is the time to awaken that healer inside you. So that is one point I would like to share. And second thing is, because we are in the phase of, we are in Kali Yuga basically, so our thought process needs to be changed. And how we can change it, it is one of the easiest ways to read different people, how thoughts are affecting you, your body, your environment, your people are around you. The more you will read, it will be easier for you to change your thought process and find your own spiritual path, whatever is comfortable to you. Like, God has opened so many ways for you. Pick something and do it consistently, not 1 day, 2 days, or thrice a day. Just do your bit, just connect to the divine in whichever way you want. But connection होना चाहिए, daily पे होना चाहिए. So even Buddhism भी I'm practicing, and मैं अपना normal पूजा जो, because I belong to a Hindu family, वो भी मैं करती हूँ, सब होता है. But I do it on daily basis. It's not that कि भगवान गुस्सा होंगे that why are you not doing it. It's like a way to say thank you to him, that thank you so much, you are helping me to contribute in some way. Thank you so much for giving.
Lovely, Anjum. So as I look at Anjum, the one word that is keeping on coming to me is kindness. There's a deep kindness in Anjum's approach, in Anjum's face, in her faith. And I think if that you can take from this, that to be kind to yourself and kind to others is next to being close to God. So godliness is just being kind.
Thank you
so much. I hope and pray that we take this message.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Anjum, I love you and thank you so much.
I love you too, ma'am.
Anjum, I want to say something. You look like a fairy, very sweet.
Thank you so much.
Very sweet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Nam yo ring yo nam yo